it's love again. And I pulled up in the color bins, choking, staying hard through my Prada lens. You standing there looking fine as a Kardashian. I hopped out, grabbed her hand and asked her, Ken, not marriage, no not yet, but what's the chances of dinner time? 6 plus sex, she said it equals us, pass the Dutch, and you could keep the clutch. Cause my love for you was automatic, had to have it. Now I'm living lavish, so many different whips, and every day new Gucci, Prada, and Louis baggage.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Married with Knowledge. This is episode 14. I'm just happy to say that, man. We've been knocking these out. I am your host, Terry, and I'm here with my good aunt, Mr. Clemont Brown. What's going on?
What's up, everybody? What's up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First off and foremost, man, it is Taco Tuesday. So I got caught, you know what I'm saying, with my taco. You know what I'm saying? I got my tequila here, my tequila sunrise. I think Aunt ready too. You know what I mean? It's just how we do, man. So we're gonna have a nice little episode today, man. There's a few things we want to talk about. I'm actually gonna let Aunt start, but you know, me and him was talking about how in a relationship, women and men, but we're gonna focus on us today. You know what I mean? We want to give y'all our perspective. But your partner may not pay attention to your needs and the things you like. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that a man expects, a man requires. And if that woman doesn't fulfill that, then that could get a man, you know, thinking a little crazy, like what's going on, you know what I'm saying? She changing, or what am I doing? Or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And an example that I gave Unc was, as a man, you know, we grown, men, they like to get some head, but you know, a woman might not get that. You know, she might every now and then do what you do, you know what I'm saying? She might rub your back every day. She might cook you all the meals. She might cater to you. She might be doing everything under the sun but that one thing. And all that leads to is that man is essentially not going to be satisfied. You know what I'm saying? You can do all that stuff, but if you're not fulfilling a certain aspect that he's looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, he's always gonna feel a little way. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to give, you know what I'm saying, give your opinion on that topic.
Well, like you said, it goes both ways. So with me, we're going to talk about the men's side, but as we start to talk about this, one thing I want to say is that before you get in that relationship, those are some talks that you should have. Those are talks. What's your love language? You know, how you like to be pleased. I mean, you know, and like you said, a woman can cook, clean, you know, rub your back, be there. But if she's not pleasing you sexually how you want to be pleased, sometimes that it becomes a turnoff because you think, you know, maybe she's not feeling me the way I'm feeling her. Or maybe in my thing, like you said, we talk about head. If she ain't giving head and she talking about, well, I've never really liked to give head, but you was doing it during the relationship, you get me, and then we get married.
Right.
I don't do it. Nah, we ain't. You don't.
That's
do
a good point. That's a good point right there.
You know,
because
people do what they need to do to land that person.
Yes.
And then when they get that person, stuff changes. I mean, not only just sex or head or whatever, other things. You know, she done cook for you every night when you get off work. You know, now all of a sudden y'all married, you can't even get a meal. So, you know, things shouldn't change like that. Those are conversations that you should have. And, you know, as a man, for me personally, I know how my woman wants to be pleased. So for me, I try to do the things that I need to do to make her satisfied before I get mine. I just want her to, you know, because, you know, as a man, you know we're going to get ours. We're going to get ours.
Right. Regardless.
But you want to make sure she's satisfied as well. And I think that's where I'm not going to say younger generations, some of the YNs, they run and get theirs and they don't care if the young lady get theirs. You know, it's not like I'm here for me, you know.
Right.
But also, you know, women say, I'm giving you head, but you ain't giving me no head. So it's vice versa. But as a man, those are things you should be telling a woman from day one, how I want to be pleased, you know. And if she's not abiding, then maybe she's not the one for you.
Communication. That's basically what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like you said,
Definitely.
To get me, you did everything under the sun. You made me think you was this total freak behind closed doors or whatever the case may be. And now as the relationship moves on, you know, we start to be together for some time or even get married. Now things change.
Yep.
Granted, to be totally transparent and totally honest, things are going to change.
Always.
But that's where we talk about how marriages work, because you study your person and you communicate. And even though things may slow down, you still do what you have to do to keep that fire going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing you never want to do. Let that fire die out.
That's
it. That fire die out, I mean, you can get it back lit, but sometimes you don't get it lit, and that's where the relationship just goes downhill. You know, so it's very important to know, like you said, how to satisfy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not always sexually. That's just example we used. You know what I mean? Like you said, if you've been cooking for me all these years, now when we get married, now you slowing down, like that's gonna make someone think, okay, what's going on? Like, is this relationship dying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It'll have you second guessing yourself, and you don't want to be in that position in no relationship, let alone a marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all up for this for the long haul.
Yeah, you know, and especially for the long haul. I'm gonna speak from experience, because when I was younger, I was screwing like a rabbit. I wanted it every day. And don't get me wrong, I still get mine, but I don't need it every day. My sex drive has gone down, but I know when my wife walked by or you know, she give me that look, I know that look. I got to go perform. But you know, it ain't every day. I'm just being honest. Y'all can just as with me and Terry do. We be honest. It's not no everyday thing for us no more. My wife love when I'm holding her. You know, she in my arms. You know, my wife has been a foreplay type of woman all her life, and I know that. So if I stop doing foreplay and I just want to say, "Oh, let's do it," I'm just jumping on her, she gonna know something to change.
Yeah,
and what I love about my wife, and I know your wife do, we talk, we communicate, we talk about this. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, being honest, you know, my diabetes kicked in for one time. I thought I was going through a rough patch in my marriage. I was like, hold up. It's me. I had to go see my doctor. My doctor's like, yo, because you ain't, when you was working out and doing good, now you don't got the sugar. We talked about it. I just had to go to the doctor. My sugar level done jumped up to over 10. My doctor was like, bruh, you ain't gonna last long. And let's be honest, you ain't gonna last long if you ain't gonna take care of your health.
Right.
And it ain't just coming with your sex drive, it's coming with your eyes, your stamina, your breathing, all of that, your heart. You gotta take care of yourself. And you know, that's why I'm trying to get back walking. I'm doing what I have to do. You know, we have to do what we have to do to stay focused on us in our relationships.
And I can relate to you exactly what you're saying, because I don't know, you know, if you battle anxiety, but anybody who has battle anxiety, man, that's gonna mess up everything in your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think you about to get some? Yeah, okay. Like you say, you second guess yourself, like, what is going on? Why? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because your mind is your thoughts are taking over your mind, and you can't even think properly to even perform. You know what I'm saying? So that's why before the podcast, when we was talking, you like, man, you know, you really on your workout journey. Yeah, because I'm fighting against having that anxiety, because it's nothing that I've ever dealt with. So listen here, I'm fighting and I'm kicking his ass right now. You know what I mean? I've been working out.
Right.
But
I'm proud of you, because guess what? You acknowledged the problem. You took it head on, and now you're defeating it. You see, some people go through emotional stress where they don't know what's going on in their life, and they don't go get looked at. They don't want to find out, you know, they just like, oh, Nah, you got to take care of yourself.
Yep.
Especially not only for you, for your wife, for your kids. You don't want it to branch out and just start affecting everybody.
Right.
So,
Because it definitely affects everybody. You know what I'm saying? And since our last podcast, I definitely went to the doctor, got my annual checkup. First thing, any issues? Yes, sir. I've been battling anxiety. How the hell do I get over this? So they ran heart tests, just precautionary. You know what I'm saying? Everything was great. And I'm like, man, and I think that's what helped me get over it, because once they check my heart and everything, and they like, man, you good. I'm like, all right. Telling myself, man, you good. Stop. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Get it together. And ever since, you know what I'm saying? Everything's been good, man. But, you know, to get back on subject, we just have to, again, communicate with our partner, man, and make sure that we're always keeping them happy, because I'm the type of person that I can have a conversation with my wife and I can be open to her giving me an answer that I may not want. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm human. I make mistakes. And I'm willing to fix whatever it is that's going on. You know what I'm saying? If something's bothering her, if something's not being done right, guess what? I'm gonna fix it and I'm gonna make it better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what being married to someone consists of. We always talk about it, man. It's constant work. It's not just get married and I hear this happy life.
Nope.
Man, don't nobody live no perfectly happy life. I tell you all the time, me and my wife still to this day, thank you, God, we have yet to get into an argument, but that does not mean everything is perfect in our relationship or around us. You know what I'm saying? We just do a good job at communicating, and just respecting each other and not letting it get there. You know what I'm saying? Do we have heated debates? Yes. Do we may raise our voice a little bit? Yes, but we both can catch ourselves, or we know how to isolate ourselves. Or if I see my wife go to her room a little early and, you know, I notice something's wrong with her, listen, I will give my wife that space. You don't always got to go up there and try to comfort them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they need that alone time just cause, you know what I'm saying? Like,
us men, right? We just need to walk away and gather our thoughts sometimes, because sometimes if you don't, you say the wrong thing.
You say the wrong things. Exactly.
And that's what you don't want to do. You know, and like you said, we got wives that we can be transparent with. We can talk about, they can check us, because we know, for one, they got our best interests at heart. And when we know that, you know, I always felt like people don't realize when somebody tell you how they're feeling, whether we agree or like it or not, those are valid feelings. That's how they're feeling. We can't tell them how to feel, but we can talk about it, have dialogue about it, because we need to talk about why you're feeling like that and what can I do to either change it or help it. And that's what the people got to realize. And that comes with the sexual part of a relationship, the intellectual part of the relationship, and just all around. You got to know how your partner is and how they feel. Too many relationships, you know, they let stuff linger on. They arguing about it instead of talking about it. They wearing their feelings on their sleeve. And a lot of us men do that because we don't know how to communicate. We talked about that.
Right.
We don't know how to communicate as men. But as a man, I've also learned that I had to learn how to communicate.
Exactly.
The young when I say go, goes. But as my relationship evolved, and I'm 35 years in, my wife ain't never steered me wrong. Who am I to say what I say go when I know she might have something better to say?
Right. And I can't stress that enough, man. We didn't come into this knowing how to communicate. You know what I mean? This is something, like you said, you learned. I know for damn sure I wasn't the best communicator. You know what I'm saying? I'm very experienced in this. This is actually my second marriage. So I done been through the trials and tribulations. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of experience under my belt. So, but as I talked about in the past, you know what I'm saying? I had to look myself in the mirror and say, okay, what is it that you do wrong? What is it that you can fix? How are you going to be able to be the best husband you can be for the next woman? You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at it like, man, fuck these women. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
man, I ain't changing for nobody. But that's, yeah, I might have thought that, but that's selfish thinking, because there's someone out there for everybody, and that person that's there, that is there for me, she doesn't deserve that type of
Right.
energy or that type of thinking. So it was easy for me, man, to just get to know her and pinpoint exactly what I do wrong, what I can work better at, and she definitely helped me with that. And I'm pretty sure she can come on here and say the same exact thing.
Right.
Being with me definitely changed a lot with her. You know what I'm saying? She probably communicated in a different way. She probably trusted in a different way, or didn't trust, or whatever the case may be. But I gave her a security blanket, a comfort zone, that she doesn't have to worry about me when it comes to this marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because like we'll always say, we don't come on here and talk about having a good marriage and turn this computer off and then going to do the total opposite. Like,
Right.
that's not what we do. We're not hypocrites when it comes to nothing like that. So, you know, when you hear us speak, man, just know it's coming from the heart. It's genuine. And it just means good. We never come at this with an agenda.
Right. Well,
You
again,
know what I mean?
as you talked about it, you realize. See, what people don't realize, and this is why a lot of relationships go astray, is because hurt people hurt people. If you don't fix yourself from the last relationship you bring in all these extra baggage, and then you start wondering, is this person going to do you like the same, like the other person did you? Or I can't trust no more. You know what I'm saying? Instead of taking self-evaluation and say, what did I do for this relationship to fail? Even though we know the other person did something, but what could I have done differently?
Right,
And,
right.
and that's where too many people jump in and out of relationships, and they haven't healed from the first one. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, again, you have to know your mate. But when you're dating, you got to know that person. Get to know that person. It ain't all about the sex, even though as young people and the men, we want our sex when we want it, but it's not all about that. You got to evolve and make it an all-around relationship.
Right. No, I definitely agree, because you were speaking on it. You say you 35 and your sex drive, it might have went down, whatever the case may be. But I'll give you an example. I'm a little younger. You know what I'm saying? Even though I may want it more frequently than she may want it, or vice versa. You just have to know your partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't jump on her every single day. You know what I mean? Like, do I want to? Hell yeah. Like, you can't walk past me looking a certain way and don't think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
just on the button the whole nine.
Yeah, and I make her laugh, because all the time, like, she'll walk by me, whether it's getting out of the shower, whatever the case may be, and I'll be like, you see, that's exactly why your ass is always in the positions you always in, because it is. And she just laughs, you know what I mean? And I'm like, hey, I can't help that my wife is bad. Like,
there you go. But then you got the variables, though. Terry, though, let's talk about the variables. Work schedules. Death in the family, kids. Those are variables that, even though we want it, sometimes we are just tired. Let's be honest.
Right. Nah.
We're tired.
Adult life.
Right. Working out, going to play basketball. Believe me, sometimes you come home, take a shower, you done been exhausted, bro. I want to go to bed, but guess what? If the wife says she wanted, we got to perform. You know what I'm saying? But let's look at the man's perspective. We don't look at it for the ladies like that, because sometimes when they're tired, we want it. Right? And sometimes they feel like they got to give it. But I'm always been if you're giving it to me and you don't really want to, it's different.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Now you just doing it just to doing it, and now it don't even feel the same. You don't have that same. You have that same energy.
No.
We're the grabbing to the back with the nails, and none of that. You just.
I need that alter ego to come out. Fuck that.
There you go. So it's real out there, and if you don't change and learn your mate, your relationship will definitely fail. I'm guaranteeing it.
Yeah, but I'm one that we always talk about it, but I can read my wife.
Right.
So even if I want it and I know she's exhausted, tired, whatever the case may be, I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna cuddle. We're gonna cuddle and we're gonna go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that serious to me.
No.
Because I need her well rested. You know what I'm saying? I need her healthy and I need her energized. Because damn it, when it is time to go to work, we're gonna go to work. You know what I mean? It's gonna be 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that we have to do. We can't be forcing our partners. Like, I don't care if you tell you gonna give me. Nah, man, don't. At least not in a marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I don't care. The age ain't got shit to do with it.
Right.
Well, like you said, when you adult and your schedule is filled, you got kids, you got, you know, things that go on that just happen to just pop up. You know what I'm saying? Unexpected events. Like again, anxiety, unexpected. Like, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't nothing that I wanted, but it messed up everything for me for a whole week. Like, like, yo, what is going on? But you know, you get to do things together, man, and that's what a true partnership is, man. Having an understanding, having that communication, and being able to get through whatever. Like,
but
anything.
Men got to also realize, if a woman's cooking all the time, she's doing what she needs to do as a woman, take her out. Get her away from the house. Take her on a nice date. Show her that you appreciate all the stuff she's doing at home. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a good movie, a dinner, and maybe, guess what, kids? We ain't coming home tonight. Hit the hotel. Let's enjoy the weekend for ourselves. You know, a lot of guys, and I'm just talking from the guys, we get selfish because, you know, we expect our woman to do that. But what I love about me and you, we're cookers in our family. So our wife don't have to worry about cooking all the time. You know, my wife will tell you right now, she was like, I didn't even feel like cooking today, but she said, I want chicken Alfredo. And I said, she said, I see you're not looking like you want to. I said, listen, I'm a cook today. She's like, huh? I said, I'm a cook. I said, because I know you had a long day. I've been home. I had to take the car to the shop and everything. I'm cooking today. Because when I asked her to cook, she don't stop.
Right.
No, that's what she wanted today. And then she told me my grandson was coming over. You know, I had to cook then. You know, or because we do what we do, man. And we help our wives out, and that's what I love about us. We really help our wives out, you know, because like she was sleeping last night. I know she has a load. I got up, put the load from the washer into the dryer. So when they wake up in the morning, all we had to do is fold it together. You know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make this relationship work. Don't be selfish, fellas. Don't be selfish.
I was just talking to my mom today, man, and I forget exactly what we was talking about. But I told her, I said, listen, the wifely duties that you would think a wife would have to do every day, like, my wife is blessed where she doesn't have to do a lot of stuff. I'm the cooker basically from Monday through Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Her only day she cooks is Sunday. And I say that because, you know, we have Sunday dinner, a good Sunday dinner every Sunday.
Right.
And that woman cooks with her soul.
There you go.
She cooked like a 75-year-old Southern grandmother. Like, so I love for her to cook on Sundays. You know what I mean? And she don't mind. I mean, obviously she don't mind cooking that one day of the week, but it just takes a lot off of her. And what I was also telling my mom was she doesn't even really have to come home and clean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We live with kids. And thank God you know, they're pretty good at it. You know what I'm saying? Our oldest is the best. Like,
right.
Listen, the house is clean. So she doesn't have to come home and clean and do this and do that. And like you said, if I see some clothes in the hamper, you know what I'm saying, and it happens not to be home, and it's like a load or two in there, I'm throwing that in the washer.
Right.
But what I'm not doing is I'm not folding anything. You say y'all fold together. I'm not folding the damn thing. I'm gonna wash them, and they're gonna be there for you. And she appreciates just that alone.
But
you know
see,
what I'm saying? She's like,
But listen, when you had a mother like mine, listen, we as a family, we washed and folded together, right?
Yeah.
My mother, and this used to piss me off, and I'm just going off script. My mother used to wash socks, right? By themselves, all the family socks. She would call all the kids down. We would have to take the socks out, turn them around, opposite side, and so she could wash them again. So listen, this is no lie. On Saturdays, we got up, we made our bed, we cleaned our room, and then everybody got a room to clean. And like you said, when my sons was kids, my wife didn't have to clean the house. Y'all know what to do. My wife never even took out the garbage.
Not ever. My wife knows no
not
garbage.
Even me. You know, we don't play that. You know, and it's that's how it is. That's how it should always be when you got kids. And even as the man, you know, but yeah, I don't mind. Listen, I've been doing it for all my life. My mother, and that's why I cook so good. Because listen, Auntie seen you cook another day. She said, "Ooh, I want the rice." She said, "You got olives in them, Cleveland."
Tell her I will be down there. Listen, the clock is down there. And you know what I'm saying? I will let y'all know what I would need. And my wife already said, you know, we stopping by to see Unc. I said, you ain't got to tell me.
Yeah.
I already told Unc we coming by to see him and Auntie. You already know. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up on Juan. Like we going out, we gonna have us a good time. You know what I mean?
What's up.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man, it just flows better when you do things like that, when you're able to take a load. That's why sometimes I have to remind her, because she does a lot. You know what I mean? We talk about how she has a very stressful job. You know, we run a side business, the notary and field inspection business. For some reason they keep her busy. You know what I mean? Like I'm over here dibbing and dabbing and you know, getting a few here and there, as opposed to her. She's just constantly they giving her all the work. And I'm like, and that's why I took it upon myself to say, you know what? If you're going to have to do that, you're always going to be running around. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with these crazy people at work. You know what I'm saying? Being an HR director, when you come home, ain't no stress.
Right.
If you want to go up there, get in your bed and relax, play your games on your phone, do whatever you're doing on your MacBook. Listen, go ahead and do it. Have you a little drink, kick your feet up. Because when you get home, you're going to get treated like the queen you are, because ain't no stress. Ain't no stress for you when you walk in these doors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And listen, I take pride in that. And nowadays, you know, you get called a simp, you get called soft, you get called. And you know what I say? I said, listen, yeah, you damn right. I'm a simp. I'm soft. I'm all of that for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time to be tough 24 hours a day. I don't want to be tough around my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason for that. No. Now, when we walk out them doors, you know what I'm saying? I know my job is to protect. So yes, you're gonna get the tough side. But while we around, man, and because you know, you say this a lot, intimacy isn't all about physical touch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, our favorite thing to do is either sit on the couch, I'm laying down in her lap, or we're laying in a bed. Listen, we might not say 2 words to each other for a whole hour straight.
Right.
But it's the presence.
That's it.
It's the energy that just gives comfort. You know what I'm saying? And you get, you know, you'll get that look from her where it's like, yeah. She's in her safe space right now. You know what I'm saying? And
you gotta have that time, because listen, like I said the other day, I thought Auntie was gonna pass out. She was downstairs. I came downstairs in my socks, my boxers, and a cowboy hat. Boy, I thought she was gonna go crazy, man. She said, "Boy," but I know I got her laughing.
Yeah,
we were playing around. You know, it's the little things, man. You know, and I know from your wife, I watched her mother. Her mother always been a go-getter. You know what I'm saying? Live right next door to me. Listen, Retha be out there doing her grass. I said, Retha, slow down, because you're making me look bad. I got to do my grass. You know?
Nah, for real. Listen,
she don't play.
And that's where my wife get that drive from, man, because my mother-in-law is one of a kind, man. And you honestly just reminded me she's coming on this podcast. I just have to set the date.
Set the date up.
Listen, she got so much insight, man, so much information as a single, successful, educated Black woman. Like, she is a powerful, inspirational woman.
Herself,
like,
bro. Let's call it what it is. She's a powerhouse by herself.
Herself.
I watched her from high school.
Man,
high school do this. So when I moved next to her, listen, my business, a lot of times when Regina was running her business, we would call her to write up the contracts, everything. So she'll tell you, listen, I love Retha. Retha and her friend Kim, they like sisters to me, man. Listen, and that when I say that woman got her stuff together.
Listen here. Talk about when a woman say, I don't need a man for nothing. Listen, her picture is right there next to that damn saying, because I tell her all the time, like, you're just an inspiration. Like, you just are. And like you said, she out there cutting the grass, putting me to shame, like, yo, chill. I didn't even cut my grass today.
I didn't even cut mine this week.
Yo, so it be stuff where I hire people to do it, right? And she called me freak. Me and her got a great relationship.
Right.
So she'll call me and be like, man, are you sick? Why you ain't do that? All you gotta do is call me. And her not knowing, like, I just ain't want to do this shit. But she is the type that I'm not paying nobody to do nothing I can do myself.
Right. She is that way. But listen, Terry, I used to do the same with her.
I fired my lawn care people. You know what I'm saying? Because like it inspired me to be like, nah,
right.
Mama ain't about to be showing me. Nah, watch this.
From putting bricks down to planting flowers. Listen, I done seen it all, bro. Every day, bro. For almost 12 years, me living next to her. Listen, she don't play, man. She don't play.
Yeah, man. But yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up, man. This was a real good conversation, man. I hope people could watch this, you know what I'm saying, and take our advice, man, and hear our words. Again, we don't know it all. We're not trying to know it all. We're not perfect or none of that. But if we share our experiences with y'all and share the stuff that works for us, and y'all can implement it in y'all relationships, and it may work for y'all, it may not. But like we always say, if it helps one person, we did our job. So we will continue to be here talking about our experiences and talking about, everything when it pertains to relationships. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, I just want to say we definitely not perfect. We definitely not experts, but we definitely have a lot of experience. And cheers to everybody out there. I hope y'all get to listen to this and hopefully help somebody, because me and Terry do this from the heart. We're not doing this for likes, not doing this for money. We just doing this so we can tell people how to have beautiful relationships.
Yes, sir. I'll say amen to that. But thank y'all for tuning in. Like Unc said, cheers. It's Taco Tuesday, tacos and tequila. However you do it, just do it. Just put God first. You know what I'm saying? And everything else will follow.
That's it.
Thank you for watching Married with Knowledge. We will be back with another episode.
Peace.